Hey guys, Frank from the Game Preview here, and today we're going to be going over our my favorite deals from the Steam Summer Sale. We're going to be in the $5 tier today, so around $5, a little bit more, a little bit less. There will be at least one, maybe two more videos going over some higher tiers, but for the first video, I want to keep it in the lower priced because I know a lot of people try to get as many games as they can to, there's not a lot of new games coming out in the summer, so get stuff off your backlog for cheap, and it's a good way to do it. So we're starting off with Doom 2016 for $5.99, 70% off. I think it's a really good deal. You do get the 3 DLC packs, but they're just multiplayer related, and I don't think the community for multiplayer is really there anymore. Yeah, a really good first-person shooter. If you're interested in Doom Eternal, but you're not really sure if you like it, this is a great game to try out because, I mean, the gameplay in Eternal is just a little bit better than this, but this is a great first-person shooter for $6. So up next we have Ori and the Blind Forest. Now Ori and the Blind Forest is we need the definitive edition. Here we go. $5, 75% off. I think Ori was probably my favorite platformer that I played this year, and obviously I'm talking about the Will of Wisp, which just came out. But if you wanted to try the first game, see if you like it, perfect game to check out. Now also keep in mind that Ori is on Game Pass for PC, so you can pay, I think, $1 right now is what they sell the deal going on. Get a month for $1. So, and you could try out, the first game and a lot more. I mean, there's a ton of games that are in my tier 2 category, and even my tier 3 that are on Game Pass. So I would recommend checking it out through that. But if you want to own it, then here's your option, $5. Up next, we got Sonic Generations, which is not a game I've ever played, but I know a lot of people like Sonic, and it's $1. And I mean, what's not to like about it? I mean, if you've never played Generations, $1 is really good, 95% off. Next, we're going into Half-Life 2, which for $1.99, come on, if you've never played Half-Life, recommend trying out Half-Life 2. Go into it for $2. It's a great option. It's a great game. I mean, it's a little bit dated. Of course, it came out in 2004, but still a really fun experience, and I definitely recommend it for $2. Up next, we got Batman Arkham Knight. Now, all the Batman games are $4.99, but Arkham Knight is the newest, which came out in 2015, and there's supposed to be a new Batman game coming out later this year or early 2021, so it's a good way to get back into the series and get reintroduced to the combat and all that. Now, I know this game had a lot of issues at launch, some performance related stuff, but the game is perfect now. It runs great. It's really fun. You can get the premium edition if you want to get the DLC for $10. I don't know if that's necessarily worth an extra $5. I think I just recommend sticking with the main game. I mean, if you beat it and then you want to get the DLC, $5. I mean, it's a great deal. So up next is The Witcher 2. Now, The Witcher 2 is a game that is very underrated, not talked about a lot outside of the Witcher community. I mean, a lot of people recommend The Witcher 3 if you haven't played a Witcher game before, but The Witcher 2 is a great, more linear approach to the Witcher series, but it's still a really good game. There's some fairly big choices in the game about halfway through it, which changes your entire story path. I enjoyed my time with The Witcher 2. I played it through GOG. Yeah, I mean, what's not to like for 85% off, $3? Come on. Alright, so then we got Just Cause 3. Now, if you never played a Just Cause game, it's just chaotic. But, I mean, come on. You've got such a good deal here, $3. Now, when I originally bought this, I had performance issues. Now, it doesn't seem like anyone else is having performance issues, so I'm assuming it was just something with my driver update, but I did end up refunding it just for that reason. But for $3, definitely recommend it. It seems like the issue is just my computer being weird because I don't see any reviews talking bad about the performance, and you're not going to get like a crazy good story out of it, but it's fun, and it's just stupid fun. Up next, we got Dishonored. Can't spell. So Dishonored for $3, overwhelmingly positive. Came out in 2012. It's first-person Assassin's game. You've probably heard of it from now. If you don't have it, $3. Come on, what are you doing? It's a great game. And the other thing is, if you want to check out the sequel, Dishonored 2, it is on Game Pass for PC. So, I mean, pay $3, buy into the franchise, enjoy the game, and then there you go. And also the DLC, which I do think is worth it. I would recommend personally to pay the $3 extra, get the DLC. But the 2 expansions are pretty good. There's a few other little things in there, but it's really just the 2 main expansions for it, and they're good. Up next, we got Mad Max. Now, Mad Max is a game that I played on Xbox, so I can't really talk about how it performs on PC, but it's got great reviews on here, so I'm imagining that it did run well. For $5, I mean, if you like the Mad Max movies, you're going to like the game. It's essentially the same thing. Drive around in your car, beat up people, and yeah. Up next, we got Tomb Raider. There we go. $3 for Tomb Raider, guys. If you've never played a Tomb Raider game, perfect game to go check it out. $3, steal. There is other stuff in the franchise, it's all on sale, of course. So if you wanted to play this, beat it, and then check out the next 2 most recent Tomb Raider games that came out, you can do that. I mean, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is like $20 right now. Rise of the Tomb Raider, I think, is like $10. So they're both pretty cheap for when they came out. I mean, I'd probably wait for Shadow of the Tomb Raider to go a little bit down, but still a really good deal. Metal Gear Solid 5, you can get, where is it? For $7.50, you can get the game and every single DLC content piece in the game. Or you could just buy the game normally for $6, but I think it's worth the extra $1.50 to get all the DLC. It's the last good Metal Gear Solid game. It might be the last Metal Gear Solid game that we ever get that's good. So if you haven't tried it out, definitely recommend it. It's another game that I played on console, but look at the reviews. They speak for themselves. Performance is fine in this game, so you have nothing to worry about. So up next, we have Elder Scrolls Online. If you're waiting for Elder Scrolls 6, you're going to have a bit of a wait, probably 2023, 2024. So if you want to scratch that itch, Elder Scrolls Online is something that didn't have that great of a launch, but they fixed the game, and now they've just been banging out new DLCs, and they've all been high rated. So yeah, Greymoor just came out recently. Now the DLC is like $40. You can get more of the newer or the older DLCs, my bad, for a lot cheaper. But I would recommend just buying in, trying the first bit out in Tamriel, and just try that out, see if you like it, and then buy the DLC later. You could also do the membership, which gets you access to all the DLC without having to pay, but you're paying monthly, so you know, you gotta pick what you want. But for $8, there's a ton of content in the first game, and I definitely recommend it. Up next is GTA 4. So we can't beat GTA. Alright, so GTA 4 had a lot of reviews recently. Well, not recently. It was about maybe, what, a year ago, 2 years ago. They removed all the music from the game, but they did add it back recently. But that's why there is a bit of hate on it. Both the main story and the DLCs for GTA 4 were a ton of fun. If you played GTA 5 and you liked it, check out GTA 4. You might want to throw some mods on there because the graphics are a little bit dated. But besides that, it's really good, and it's a fun game. We got Firewatch. Now, Firewatch is one of those games where you're just walking around, there's no combat, there's really nothing going on. Just got a story and a few interactions. I don't know what the hell happened there. There we go. So, very positive reviews. You are working in a fire tower, some stuff happens, and the only person you have talking to you is someone through the radio, and you go around and explore the woods, and there's a good story to this game. I enjoyed it. I beat it in about 3 hours, so it's a short game, but for $5, you're should be okay with getting a shorter experience because those 3 hours are really good 3 hours. And then my final game that we're including in this tier is going to be Fallout New Vegas. Now, Fallout New Vegas, you can get it for $3 for the base game. And also, this is the same for Fallout 3, the same pricing. So it's going to be $3 for the base game, which either of those games at that base price for $3, steal. The DLCs, you can get the Ultimate Edition, get it for $8. Once again, for both games. I absolutely recommend paying the $8 for the Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition, because I know the DLCs for that game are really good. I haven't played the DLC for Fallout 3, so I can't speak on that. But I heard that most people like them all. So, I mean, $8 steal. You know, both of them are a little bit dated, but you can mod on PC. There are a ton of mods for these games. There are new modded expansions coming out constantly. Last year, a big one just dropped. So you're going to get a lot of content for these games. I would give Fallout New Vegas the edge. I think it's a better game. A lot more choice and consequence, but both games are great. And that's it for the around $5 tier. There will be another video going over the $10 tier, around $10, and then I'll probably one more about going above $15. But I hope you liked it. Leave a like if you did, leave a dislike if you didn't, and thank you.